Mabuhay! We are here to discuss about the different topics that we discussed for the whole semester in multicultural diversity for tourism professionals. On the first topic, we discussed about the difference between diversity and culture. And what are the different types of culture? So, what is diversity? Diversity is a difference between age, sex, race, religion, and culture. People with different demographic differences working in the organization makes diverse workforce. And it has become more important for the organizations to know about these differences and how to manage it. While culture is about one component of investigating culture, involves processes of globalization and cross-cultural elements as global cultural.
Mabuhay! In the workplace, diversity and cultural variability are essential as they help business get the best and the most competitive employees and attract more customers. Diversity in hospitality is crucial as it allows for diverse ideas and the best accommodation and help business to make decisions that are inclusive. Through diversity in the business, the potential customer and employees would perceive the company as one that does not discriminate based on sex, gender, age, race, and ethnicity. Thus, people from different cultural backgrounds will feel welcome, accepted, and respected despite their differences. An example of this is when someone in workplace comes from and tribes, ethnicity, and the workers, manager, and company itself does not show any hint of discrimination. This shows how cultural diversity is embraced in the workplace. Thus, through it, the company will be most likely to reach its fullest potential and from policies and make decisions based on the diverse perspectives and feedback from its customers. I choose hospitality and tourism. Choose you in Manila.
And now let's proceed with the other topic, which is the multicultural diversity in workplace for tourism professional. And on this lesson, we have learned about the different types, levels, benefits, importance, and also the meaning of the corporate culture. So, what does corporate culture mean? So, corporate culture is the set of key values, beliefs, understandings, and norms that members of an organization share. The culture of a company is the way the management and the employees interact and handle external business transactions. So, the four types of corporate culture are clan, adhocracy, hierarchy, and market. Now, let's learn about the difference between these four. Clan culture is also called a collaborative culture. It is mainly focused on teamwork, and in this type of culture, relationships, participation, and company morale are at the forefront. Adhocracy culture, on the other hand, is primarily focused on innovation and risk taking. The third culture is called market culture, and it is all about the profit margins and staying ahead of the competition. And lastly, we have a hierarchy culture. A hierarchy culture is one that follows the traditional corporate structure and has a clear chain of command. There are two levels of corporate culture. The first one is visible, which is a culture that can be seen at surface level. And the second one is invisible. This has the deeper values and shared understanding held by organizational members. There are four benefits of corporate culture. The first one is employee retention. The second one is reputation. The third one is employee unity. And the last one is better decision making. So, why is corporate culture important? The reason is because of how it caters to individuals and their beliefs and behaviors. Employee prefers to work for companies whose corporate culture aligns with their own beliefs.
Hi, I'm Kim Carla Santos and I'm going to discuss to you what I've learned regarding the understanding the various importance in age group. So the age diversity, it is simply the acceptance of employee of different ages in the workplace. age-based diversity is prone to discrimination, but we have the IDAA, or the Age Discrimination Employee Act, which is an act that makes it illegal to discriminate against people or workers aging 40 and above. And in some states, it is also a law that protects younger workers from age discrimination. I've also learned about different ages in the workplace. First, we have the baby boomers. Baby boomers ages are roughly 55 to 75 years old. And this generation of workers tends to seek advancement and be goal-oriented. Next, we have the Generation X, which ages 40 up to 60 years old. This type of employees are in the midpoint of their career and potential seeking or potential peak earning career. Next, we have the Generation Y, or the millennials. This roughly ages 20 to 40 years old, and they are the tech savvy and also achievement oriented. Lastly, we have the Generation Z, which ages 18 up to 25 years old, and this type of age group are the most motivated by the salary.
And that's it for today. So what are you waiting for? Choose Hospitality and Tourism Management. Choose UE Manila.
Impact of social economics is procedure to the process of cons and whole community of viruses processes, then studies to the economics. Then for example is the three example is organization, institutions, world leader, and government policies. Then positive social improvement. Then the word that few ways to make your presence felt, make positive contribution of global good. Then the impacts of the objectives, explore evaluate, then economics is associated eventual impacts.
Mabuhay! In tourism, multiculturalism represents a complex debate and can only be achieved through multicultural education and promotion of cultural diversity. Its importance will grow through increasing migration, business, touristic, economic, and political, growing international ownership, and changes in demographics. Cultural diversity can have a significant influence in the hospitality business. The study reveals that cultural diversity is highly important in hospitality business due to the global customer-related industry. However, this phenomenal benefits has challenges as well, such as communication barriers between employees. The best practices for enhancing cultural diversity resulted in establishing a cultural diversity committee, a language bank, or cultural event. Socio-economic status, a way of describing people based on their education, income, and type of job. Socio-economic status is usually described as low, medium, and high, or upper class, middle class, or lower class. For example, upper class, they are the one who is wealthy that has access to luxury establishment and education. They have large amount of tuition, big mansion, and luxury cars. Second is middle class. They are the one who has exact amount of money that is enough for school, house, car, but not luxury like upper class. Last is lower class. They are the one who is not blessed enough to have access in education and cannot afford houses and cars.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sharby A. Solis. Today I'm going to discuss about the importance of regional culture. Is a way of life of the group of people, behavior, beliefs, values, and symbols that they accept, generally without thinking about them, that are passed along by communications and imitations from one generation to the next generation. Culture is the broadest sense is cultivated behavior that is totally a person's learned, accumulated experience which is totally transmitted or more briefly, behavior through social learning. It consists of shared beliefs, values, assumption of group of people who learn from one another and teach to others that their behaviors, attitude, and perspective are the correct ways to think, use, and feel. And that is all the learning that I can share with you guys. I hope all of you learned something from me. And again, I am from University of the East from Tourism and Hospitality Management Department. Thank you.
Mabuhay! The understanding importance on values of social economic. Social economics certainly exert a profound impact on the lives of individuals, and their socio-economic status may strongly influence their future achievement, level of education, and degree of financial security. For example, someone coming from a wealthy household in the upper middle classes would likely encounter more opportunities. They will be able to afford higher education while enriching their experience with study abroad. Programs of frequently traveling to explore foreign places and culture. They will be also more likely to do so due to the similar achievement in their peers of social economics background, as well as pressure from families and other members of social classes.
Mabuhay! The role of leadership concerning diversity is to develop strategic plan that exemplifies company's philosophy on diversity. A company leader plays a bigger role than any type of training session, mandatory or otherwise. As a leader, it is your responsibility to create a diverse and inclusive team and work culture. This requires setting clear goals, recruiting from a diverse pool of candidates, fostering an inclusive work environment, providing opportunities for career advancement, regularly assessing and addressing any diversity and inclusive issues, and practicing inclusive leadership. You must take concrete action to create an environment where all team members feel welcome and included and continuously work toward increasing diversity and inclusivity within your organization. And that's all. Choose Hospitality and Tourism. Choose UE Manila.
Mabuhay! I'm here to discuss what I learned about multicultural this semester, and this is what I learned: diversity and culture. Diversity refers to the variety of various qualities within a group like skills, personality traits, sex, religion, and culture are some of the features that makes each person distinct. Diversity is a problem that frequently arises in the workplace, as some individuals experience discrimination or misinterpretation as a result of their different traits. The next concept is culture, which describes the norms, values, and traditions of a given civilization. The two categories of culture, material and non-material, is another thing that I learned. Materials items are those that society has produced, while non-material are things that are produced by cultures. That's all for me. Choose Hospitality and Tourism. Choose UE Manila.